Hello everyone and welcome to Beginner's Code, a place for you to learn with me as I dive deeper into the coding world. Before I start, if you haven't yet, please check out my new website for blogs all about Python or my posts on Instagram that go into detail about the basics of Python. Or if you're looking for source code for some projects, then by all means check out my GitHub where there are over 70 projects that you can explore. The links for these will all be in the descriptions below, so please do check them out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to see more videos from me as I teach you through the basics. Today we are going to be looking at comparison operators and how to chain them. Comparison operators are very useful when working with if statements as they allow you to control the flow of a program. For example, if you were creating a fairground admissions and trying to work out how much a person would be paying depending on their age, then we can use comparison operators to compare the age of the person with the age of the ticket prices. I will show a little bit of code at the end that will explain this in more detail. Okay, so to start with, we are going to be looking at the first comparison operator, which is the double equals. So the double equals actually compares two different numbers or variables or data to see if they are the same. So for example, if we had 4 and used the double equal sign and had 4, this will return a true Boolean. So the comparison operators either will return true or false, which are very, very helpful for if statements. So if we had 4 double equal 5, this will return false. Or if we had 4 double equal a string of 4, this will also return false because they are two different types of data. So next we have the not equal, and if we had 4 not equal the string of 4, this will also return true because 4 is not equal to the string of 4. If I was to change this to the integer 4, we have false because 4 is the same as 4. Next we have the greater than symbol, so 4 is greater than 2, which will return true. And if I was to switch that round, so 2 is greater than 4, it will return false. Next we have the less than symbol, so 4 is less than 6, which returns true. And again, 6 less than 4 is false. So we can also have 6 is less than 6, which also returns false because 6 is the same as 6. So if you wanted that, you would be using this. Or we can have 6 is less than or equal to 6, which will return true because it checks for less than and equal to. And we can also have 6 is greater than or equal to 10, which is false. But if we had it to 6 again, it would return true. So one thing that is really good with comparison operators is the fact that we can chain them. And there are three different ways of doing this. The first I will show you just using the symbols we have seen above. So 3 is greater than 2 and 2 is less than 4 will return true. But what we can also do is use the AND keyword or the OR keyword. So if we have 4 is the same as 4 and 3 is not equal to 5, it will return true because 4 is the same as 4 and 3 is not the same as 5. However, if I change this to 3 being the same as 5, it will return false even though 4 is the same as 4. And that's because you need both conditions to be correct for this to return true. Next we have the OR keyword. So to use the OR keyword, we can use 5 is the same as 5 or 3 is less than 3. So this will return true because 5 being the same as 5 is correct, even though 3 being less than 3 is false. So if I was to change this to not 5 being not the same as 5 or 3 being less than 3, then it will return false because neither of these conditions are true. Next, we can chain them a little bit further and we could have, say, 4 is not the same as 5, or 5 is not the same as 6, or 6 is not the same as 7, and 4 is less than 10. And that will return true because they are all true. However, if I was to change this to being the same, this to being the same, and keeping that like that, then it will return true, because even though this is false and this is false, we have one here that is true and one here that is true, and because this is an and keyword between, then it will require this one to always be true. If I change this to 4 being greater than 10, it will return false, even though this or that is before this one is true. So to show you a little bit more about using this in an if statement, like I said before, if we had an admissions park, we can create a variable called age and assign it to a integer. For now, I'm using the integer 24, and we can create an if statement. So if age is greater than or equal to 30, we can print some code. So for now, we will print your ticket is £25, and then we can use the else if, and we can do else if age is less than 29 and age is greater than or equal to 20, then we can print a different piece of code. So your ticket is £15. Else if age is less than 19 and age is greater than or equal to 10, we will print your ticket is £5, and then we can use the else statement to print your ticket is free. So here, because the age is already set to 24, it will go through this statement, and where 24 is not greater than or equal to 30, it will go to the next statement, and 24 is less than 29, and it is also higher than 20. So we should return your ticket is £15. Now, if I was to change this to 10, we will return £5 because 10 is greater than or equal to 10. Or if I change this to 5, we will get your ticket is free because it will run through each of these statements until it gets to the else statement, and then it will be printed. Just to show that if it's higher than 30, if I say 35, then it will return 25. If I put higher than 90, or if I put 90 for the age, then it will return 25 still. That's all for today's video. Hopefully you have a little more knowledge on comparison operators, which will help when I go further into if statements. If there's anything you'd like me to cover further, please don't hesitate in reaching out to me by dropping a comment below on Instagram or through my website. Stay tuned, as in my next video I will be looking at how to code a change calculator in multiple ways. If you liked what we've been through today and you want to learn more, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date. Thank you, and see you next time.